Welcome back, in final part 6 of Ford. Anyways, let's continue.
Flexible fuel vehicles are designed to operate smoothly using a wide range of available ethanol fuel mixtures, from pure gasoline to bioethanol gasoline blends such as E85, 85% ethanol and 15% gasoline, or E100 anhydrous ethanol in Brazil.
Part of the challenge of successful marketing alternative and flexible fuel vehicles in the US is the general lack of establishment of sufficient fueling stations, which would be essential for these vehicles to be attractive to a wide range of consumers.
Significant efforts to ramp up production and distribution of E85 fuels are underway and expanding. In 2004, Ford and Toyota agreed a patent-sharing accord that granted Ford access to certain hybrid technology patented by Toyota. In exchange, Ford licensed some of its own patents to Toyota.
In 2004, Ford introduced the Escape Hybrid.
With this vehicle, Ford was third to the automotive market with a hybrid electric vehicle and the first hybrid electric SUV to market.
This was also the first hybrid electric vehicle with a flexible fuel capability to run on E85.
The Escape's platform-made Mercury Mariner was also available with a hybrid electric system in the 2006 model year, a full year ahead of schedule.
The similar Mazda Tribune will also receive a hybrid electric powertrain option, along with many other vehicles in the Ford vehicle line.
In 2005, Ford announced a goal to make 250,000 hybrids a year by 2010, but by mid-2006, announced that it would not meet that goal due to excessively high costs and the lack of sufficient supplies of the hybrid electric batteries and drivetrain system components.
Instead, Ford has committed to accelerating development of next-generation hybrid electric power plants in Britain, in collaboration with Volvo.
This engineering study is expected to yield more than 100 new hybrid electric vehicle models and derivatives. In September 2007, Ford announced a partnership with Southern California Edison, SCE, to examine how plug-in hybrids will work with the electrical grid.
Under the multi-million-dollar, multi-year project, Ford will convert a demonstration fleet of Ford Escape hybrids into plug-in hybrids, and SCE will evaluate how the vehicles might interact with a home and the utility's electrical grid.
Some of the vehicles will be evaluated in typical customer settings, according to Ford. On June 12, 2008, USDOE expanded its own fleet of alternative fuel and advanced technology vehicles with the addition of a Ford Escape plug-in hybrid flex fuel vehicle.
The vehicle is equipped with a 10-kilowatt, 13-horsepower lithium-ion battery supplied by Johnson Controls Shaft that stores enough electric energy to drive up to 30 miles. 48 kilometers at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, 64 kilometers per hour.
In March 2009, Ford launched hybrid versions of the Ford Fusion Hybrid and the Mercury Milan Hybrid in the United States, both as 2010 models. As of November 2014, Ford has produced for retail sales the following hybrid electric vehicles: Ford Escape Hybrid, 2004 to 2012, Mercury Mariner Hybrid, 2005 to 2010, Mercury Milan Hybrid, 2009 to 2010, Ford Fusion Hybrid, 2009 to present, Lincoln MKZ Hybrid, 2010 to present, Ford C-Max Hybrid, 2012 to present, and Ford Mondeo Hybrid, 2014 to present.
By June 2012, Ford had sold 200,000 full hybrids in the US since 2004, and as of September 2014, The car maker has sold over 344,000 hybrids in the United States.
The top-selling hybrids in the U.S. market are the Fusion Hybrid with 127,572 units, followed by Escape Hybrid with 117,997 units, and the C-Max Hybrid with 54,236.
As of November 2014, Ford is the world's second largest manufacturer of hybrids after Toyota Motor Corporation, with 400,000 hybrid electric vehicles produced since their introduction in 2004.
As of April 2024, Ford currently produces the following plug-in electric vehicles: the Ford Escape/Kuga PHEV, Ford Ranger PHEV, Ford Mustang Mach-E, Ford F-150 Lightning, Ford Explorer EV, Europe, Ford E-Transit/Tourneo Courier, Ford E-Transit Custom, and the Ford E-Transit. Bill Ford was one of the first top industry executives to make regular use of a battery electric vehicle, a Ford Ranger EV, while the company contracted with the United States Postal Service to deliver electric postal vans based on the Ranger EV platform.
Ford discontinued a line of electric Ranger pickup trucks and ordered them destroyed, though it reversed in January 2005 after environmentalist protest.
The all-electric pickup truck leased 205 units to individuals and 1,500 units to fleets in the U.S. from 1998 to 2002. From 2009 to 2011, Ford offered the Ford Think car.
Ford ended production and ordered all the cars repossessed and destroyed, even as many of the people leasing them begged to be able to buy the cars from Ford.
After an outcry from the season activists in the U.S. and Norway, Ford returned the cars to Norway for sale.
440 units were leased in the U.S. from 1999 until 2003.
In 2017, Ford CEO Mark Fields announced that the company would invest $4.5 billion in further development of plug-in electric vehicles by 2020. The 2010 to 2012 Azure Transit Connect Electric is an all-electric van that was developed as a collaboration between Azure Dynamics and Ford Motor Company, but Azure was the official manufacturer of record. The 2011 to 2018 Ford Focus Electric is based on the third-generation Focus internal combustion vehicle, converted to an all-electric propulsion system as a production electric car by Magna International. And retail sales began in the U.S. in December 2011. The 2012 to 2017 Ford C-Max Energy is a plug-in hybrid released in the U.S. in October 2012.
It is followed by the Ford Fusion Energy that was produced in 2013 to 2020.
Both Energy models share the same powertrain technology. In October 2017, Ford announced its Team Edison battery electric vehicle group to lead the company's renewed efforts into the EV market, which had plans for a small 300-mile range SUV by 2020.
The new team will be headquartered in Detroit and have offices in Europe and Asia.
On November 17, 2019, the Mustang Mach-E was introduced, which later went on sale December 2020 as a 2021 model.
The Mustang Mach-E is assembled at Cuautitlán Assembly in Cuautitlán Izcalli, Mexico.
According to former Ford CEO Jim Hackett, assembling the vehicle in Mexico allowed Ford to make a profit from the first vehicle, unlike other electric vehicles.
In June 2022, the CFO of Ford announced that the Mustang Mach-E was no longer profitable due to increases in the cost of raw materials.
On May 19, 2021, Ford revealed a new electric pickup truck, the F-150 Lightning.
The first F-150 Lightning was manufactured on April 18, 2022, with first delivery in the US on May 26.
Ford adjusted its 2024 production plans for the F-150 Lightning, cutting them in half from an anticipated 3,200 weekly units to around 1,600 weekly units due to sales below expectations.
In 2022, Ford began manufacturing its E-Transit electric cargo vans at its plant in Kansas City, Missouri.
As a result of 2019 Ford-VW Global Alliance Cooperation Agreement, Ford began developing electric vehicles for the European market using the Volkswagen Group MEV platform along with batteries supplied by Volkswagen.
The first Ford product, based on the MEV, is the Ford Explorer EV, which was introduced in March 2023.
It is produced in the Cologne plant in Germany, which previously manufactured the Fiesta small car.
In August 2023, Ford delayed the Explorer EV deliveries to 2024 due to new battery regulations.
In March 2022, Ford increased its focus in battery electric vehicles by establishing Ford Model E, a division for Ford's electric vehicle business.
Ford Model E is expected to be profitable by 2026, and the company said the division should be seen as a startup.
In June 2022, Ford announced its intention to restructure its dealership model, including building an e-commerce platform where customers can buy electric vehicles at non-negotiable prices in an effort to match Tesla's profit margins.
Ford also stated in June 2022 that it planned to spend $3.7 billion to hire 6,200 union workers to staff several assembly plants in Michigan, Ohio, and Missouri in a bid to sell 2 million electric vehicles annually by 2026.
In May 2023, Ford announced its plans to integrate the North American Charging System (NACS) system into their electric vehicles, following Tesla's decision to open and rename its proprietary charging standard to NACS.
Newly built Ford electric vehicles after 2024 will have native NACS charging ports on the vehicle.
Existing Ford electric models will be able to connect to the NACS system and its chargers by use of an adapter.
Both will thus have access to the extensive NACS charging network, with more than 12,000 chargers in North America.
In August 2025, Ford announced that it was investing almost $5 billion to produce lower-cost EV products.
$2 billion will be directed towards its Louisville factory to develop lower-cost electric vehicle components as well as a new assembly tree manufacturing process.
Rather than one long conveyor, 3 sub-assembly lines will operate simultaneously and then converge together.
The first vehicle from the Louisville factory is set to launch in 2027 and will be a medium 4-door pickup truck at a starting price of $30,000.
The Louisville location will also stop production of the Ford Escape and Lincoln Corsair by 2026.
Meanwhile, $3 billion is intended to build a new battery plant in Michigan.
The announcement followed Ford's electric vehicle division losing $12 billion over the last 2.5 years, including $2.2 billion in the first half of 2025. Ford also continues to study fuel cell-powered electric powertrains and has demonstrated hydrogen-fueled internal combustion engine technologies, as well as developing the next-generation hybrid electric systems.
Compared with conventional vehicles, hybrid vehicles and fuel cell vehicles decrease air pollution emissions as well as sound levels, with favorable impacts upon respiratory health and decrease of noise health effects.
Ford has launched the production of hydrogen-powered shuttle buses using hydrogen instead of gasoline in a standard internal combustion engine for use at airports and convention centers.
At the 2006 Greater Los Angeles Auto Show, Ford showcased a hydrogen fuel cell version of its Explorer SUV.
The fuel cell Explorer has a combined output of 174 horsepower, 130 kilowatts.
It has a large hydrogen storage tank, which is situated in the center of the car, taking the original place of the conventional model's automatic transmission.
The centered position of the tank assists the vehicle reach a notable range of 350 miles, 563 kilometers, the farthest for a fuel cell vehicle so far.
The fuel cell Explorer, the first in a series of prototypes partly funded by the United States Department of Energy to expand efforts to determine the feasibility of hydrogen-powered vehicles.
The fuel cell Explorer is one of several vehicles with green technology being featured at the LA show, including the 2008 Ford Escape Hybrid. Easy EV emissions compliant Fusion and Focus models in the 2008 Ford F-Series Super Duty, outfitted with Ford's clean diesel technology. In July 2008, Ford Motor Company announced that it would accelerate its plans to produce more fuel-efficient cars, changing both its North American manufacturing plans and its lineup of vehicles available in the United States.
In terms of North American manufacturing, the company planned to convert the existing pickup truck and sport utility vehicle SUV plants for small car production, with the first conversion at its Michigan truck plant.
In addition, Ford's assembly plants near Mexico City, Mexico, and in Louisville, Kentucky were to be converted from pickups and SUVs to small cars, including the Ford Fiesta by 2011.
Whoa! Ford then also planned to introduce to North America 6 of its European small vehicles, including 2 versions of the Ford Fiesta, by the end of 2012.
Ford of Europe developed the EcoNetic program to address the market and legislative need for higher fuel efficiency and lower carbon dioxide emissions.
As opposed to the hybrid engine technology used in competitor products such as the Toyota Prius, EcoNetic improves existing technology.
Using lower consuming TDCI diesel engines, and based on a combination of improved aerodynamics, lower resistance, and improved efficiency, the Ford Fiesta was the lowest emitting mass-produced car in Europe, while the 2012 Ford Focus EcoNetic will have better fuel consumption than the Prius or the Volkswagen Golf Blue Motion.
EcoNetic is not presently planned to be sold in North America due to current, perceived lower consumer demand.
Ford has challenged university teams to create a vehicle that is simple, durable, lightweight, and comes equipped with a base target price of only $7,000.
The students from Auction University created the 2015 Ford Model T.
In 2000, under the leadership of the current Ford chairman, William Clay Ford, the company announced a planned 25% improvement in the average mileage of its SUVs, to be completed by the 2005 calendar year.
In 2003, Ford announced that competitive market conditions and technological and cost challenges would prevent the company from achieving this goal.
For the 2007 model year, Ford had 13 US models that achieved 30 miles per gallon or better, based on the highway fuel economy estimates of the EPA. And several of Ford's vehicles were recognized in the EPA and Department of Energy Fuel Economy Guide for best-in-class fuel economy.
Ford claimed to have eliminated nearly 3 million pounds of smog-forming emissions from their U.S. cars and light trucks over the 2004 to 2006 model years.
However, the United States Environmental Protection Agency has linked Ford to 54 Superfund toxic waste sites, 12 of which have been cleaned up and deleted from the list. As part of a renovation of the Ford River Rouge complex, in 2010 Ford unveiled a 10.4-acre, 42,000 square meters, living roof covering part of the Dearborn truck plant, consisting of 7 low-growing ground cover.
The sedum retains and cleanses rainwater and moderates the internal temperature of the building, saving energy.
In 2016, Ford announced a 10-year renovation plan for its Dearborn campus.
The plan features consolidation of office and lab spaces into fewer and much larger buildings, which will be built to LEED standards and will feature extensive use of wetlands and park spaces.
The new campus features new multi-story parking decks with solar power generating roofs and a new natural gas power plant.
The DTE Ford Central Energy Plant is a 34 megawatts combined heat and power plant which features a high-efficiency design and LED gold buildings.
Ford sponsors numerous events and sports facilities around the U.S., most notably the Ford Center in downtown Evansville, Indiana, and Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The company has also been a major sponsor of the UEFA Champions League for over 2 decades, and is also a one-time sponsor of the Sky Media Channel's coverage of Premier League football. Between 1994 and 1999, Ford was the main kit sponsor of German Bundesliga club 1 FC Köln. That's it for this episode today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to smash a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any new videos, and we'll catch you in the next episode. See you.